The richest man in the world just told a major business publication that in 10 years, money won't matter. Not money will matter less, not money will change. He said it stops mattering entirely. Elon Musk made this claim to The Economist in July 2026, and he's repeated versions of it on multiple podcasts over the past year. Investors who bought Tesla and SpaceX stock, priced in dollars, are being told by their own founder that dollars won't matter by the time they'd expect a return. Is this a genuine economic forecast? Or the most unusual thing a major CEO has said in years? The claim came during an extended interview with Economist editor-in-chief Zanny Minton-Beddoes, recorded at Tesla's Texas Gigafactory and published in late July 2026. Musk's reasoning starts with a simple question. What is money actually for? You want money for food, housing, transport, entertainment, he told Beddoes. His argument? If AI and robots eventually produce more goods and services than any human could possibly consume, that scarcity, the reason money exists in the first place, simply disappears. He's made similar claims elsewhere. On the Moonshots with Peter Diamandis podcast, he told listeners not to bother squirreling money away for retirement in 10 or 20 years because it won't matter. On the People by WTF podcast, he put it even more bluntly. I think money disappears as a concept, honestly. Musk predicts AI will exceed the combined intelligence of every human on Earth within roughly 5 years. He frames the coming decade as an age of amazing abundance, where anyone can have anything they can think of. Rather than mass unemployment, Musk describes something he calls universal high income. Not a subsistence safety net, but governments simply issuing generous payments once goods become abundant enough that inflation isn't a concern. He's even suggested the Treasury could just simply issue people checks. Beddoes, sitting across from him, wasn't convinced. I'm not sure that the people who bought your shares think that money won't matter in 2036, she told him directly. It's a sharp point. SpaceX went public at a valuation of $1.77 trillion. Tesla's own stock price rests heavily on expectations for Optimus, its humanoid robot program. Both are priced and expected to pay returns in dollars. The exact currency Musk says will stop mattering right around when those investors would expect to cash in. Economists have raised a more fundamental challenge to the whole premise. Critics, including economists Tyler Cowen and Noah Smith, argue that cheap manufactured goods don't actually eliminate scarcity. They just relocate it. A house with a specific view. A seat at a top university. The attention of someone in high demand. None of that becomes abundant just because robots can build furniture and grow food cheaply. Money, or something functioning like it, still has to ration access to things that stay genuinely scarce. There's also a distribution problem that Musk's framing tends to skip over. If a relatively small number of companies own the robots and the energy infrastructure powering them, abundance doesn't automatically get shared. Someone still has to decide who gets what, and that decision is, functionally, still economics. Tech investor Vinod Khosla, who's broadly sympathetic to Musk's timeline, added an important qualifier of his own. Money stops mattering by 2036 only if the politics permits this great abundance. His point wasn't that Musk is wrong about the technology. It's that solving the technology problem guarantees nothing about the political will to distribute its benefits fairly. There's also a simpler, more immediate critique. Money doesn't just buy goods. It represents ownership, settles debts, finances governments, and determines who has access to the global financial system. Central banks alone held over $13 trillion in foreign exchange reserves in early 2026. That entire system doesn't dissolve just because a toaster gets cheaper to produce. It's also worth noting, this isn't the first sweeping timeline Musk has offered the public. He's made bold predictions before, on autonomous driving and Mars colonization, many of which took considerably longer to materialize than his original timelines suggested. That track record doesn't automatically make the 2036 prediction wrong. But it's a reasonable reason to treat 10 years as optimistic rather than certain. A Yale Budget Lab report from October 2025 found that years after ChatGPT's public release, the broader labor market hadn't yet experienced the kind of discernible disruption Musk's timeline would require to be on track. Whether or not Musk's specific prediction comes true, the underlying question is a genuinely useful one to sit with. What happens to an economy if production becomes radically, dramatically cheaper? But money won't matter and money will work differently are two very different claims. And most of the serious pushback isn't about whether AI will make things cheaper. It's about whether cheaper goods actually solves the deeper question of who owns the machines and who decides what abundance gets distributed to whom. Until that second question has an answer, treating retirement savings, wages, or a company's stock price as obsolete looks less like a forecast and more like a bet. If you want more breakdowns of the biggest claims and financial predictions shaping the world of money and business, this channel covers one every week. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.